Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Can you let me know my screen is visible or not? Hello. Hello. Can you let me know my voice is clear or not?
Yes, ma'am, your voice is clear.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, we can move to our practice session. So in the last class, which was on yesterday, we have discussed about filler words which were affecting our fluency. So we will keep in mind and try to follow it on this week, so that we can avoid or overcome this issue in this week. So whenever we speak this week, we try to focus on this particular problem. If anyone want to focus on other areas, he or she might can if her or his exam is near. Otherwise, we are trying to focus on this because it affects our coherence. Or sometimes if we use filler words in the form of language, it also affects our, besides affecting our like sounds which don't represent language when we talk about in filler words. But if we are using the words such as well, which are also considered as filler words, if we are using frequently, so it also disturb our fluency because whenever we use after some phrases, it casts strain on listener, and sometimes we lose the context what was said in the previous sentence or in the previous phrase. So we have discussed this yesterday, and we are even and which we use in every at the start of every sentence considered as filler word, so we also need to avoid it. So fillers are different types, we have need to work on it. So let's focus on this part when we try to practice it today. So let's start our practice. Anyone who would like to give answer of part one first? Who would like to give answer for part one? All right. Can you then ask question for part one from me? Anyone? Can anyone ask question for part one for me and can be my examiner?
Ma'am, you want
Sir, your voice is not audible to me. Can you repeat what you said?
it is clear now, or
Yes, it is clear now.
le- let me adjust my mic so it is. So, ma'am, you want to me to take your exam for
If you
part first?
if you would like to answer first, it is okay. Or anyone else in the participant. If no one, then I can um, give the answer first for this part.
Okay, ma'am, you can give the answer first. Then you have to take my test as well after that.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Should I start? Are you ready?
Yes, you can start it.
The first question from part first is, are you happy to be the age you are now? Why not?
Yes, I'm very happy with my current age. In my opinion, we have more independence on making decision. While when I was a young, I can't take decision for myself.
That's good. The next question is, when you were a child, did you think a lot about your future?
All right, I want to mention one thing. Try to notice my filler words in my speaking. All right, and then let me know at the end of part one how much I spoke and how much I improved. All right, you can notice these things.
Okay, ma'am, wait a minute. Let me pick up my diary.
If even you can give at the end of each question. So we are more focusing on fluency and filler words this week. So you tried. If you found any filler words, let me know whenever the one question will end. Sometimes we forgot even part one is completed. So it's up to you. Either you want to give at the end of our
Ma'am,
entire question, or you want to give.
can I add feedback to your answer?
Yes, sure, you can.
Okay, ma'am, you used when I was I am. So you should not use article with young. You should say that when I was young. And you should say I was not able to instead of I can't, because I can't is used for present. So you have to use the word for the past.
Thank you, sir, for suggesting these feedback. I will try to focus on it as well.
Ma'am, should I ask the next question? Are you ready?
Yes, yes, sir. I'm ready. You can move for question two.
When you were a child, did you think a lot about your future?
Not at all. And the reason behind this, don't know about. I did not know anything about my future plans and goals. So even I was not familiar with the word future. That's the reason I have never thought about it.
Good. The next question is, do you think you have changed as you have got older?
Yes, a lot. In when I was a child, I used to play different games a lot. I did not focus on my study much, but at the moment I am more goal oriented and giving too much efforts to achieve it.
The next question is, what will be different about your life in the future?
At the moment I am not doing any job. In the future I will be doing a job as a software engineer in FANG companies. Prior to this I had need to pursue my higher study in United States so that I can achieve my this goal.
Okay, ma'am, your part first is finished. Based on my feedback, the answers was good, and I haven't noticed any filler words, and more feedback can we take from Sir Hamza Beg.
Thank you, sir, for taking it and giving me the feedback. Anyone who want to give feedback, you are feel free to give me as well as to open your mic.
Ma'am, you can say the word putting effort instead of giving effort, and uh, you should say that this goal instead of my this goal. And uh, once you used I have, I don't remember exactly, but you should not use the have word there. You should you should have removed the word have. I don't remember the whole sentence, but the have word was incorrect at that.
All right, sir. Thank you for giving me the feedback. Have you noticed any filler words? As Sir Harris mentioned, he did not notice anything, any filler words, either in the form of sounds or words.
Uh, no, ma'am, you were not using any.
All right. Thank you for the feedback.
That was
Anybody?
not there.
All right. Thank you, sir. Anyone who would like to give answer of part one?
Yes, ma'am, I am ready. So you can start now.
Okay, let's start then. Are you happy to be the age you are now?
Yes, I am happy at the age I am now because it is the a very good age where you have freedom to take decisions, and you have everything in this stage of life. In your youth, you have to you are being healthy and financially stable. So that's the happy time of my life.
You are being healthy. It's okay. You are healthy. Anyone who would like to give feedback or any mistake anyone noticed in such speaking while
Ma'am,
answering this person?
ma'am, I think we should take feedback after the part one finishes, so that this will be good according to me. If you want, so you can give me question by question as well.
Sure, sir. It is okay to give at the end of part one. When you were a child, did you think a lot about your future?
Yes, when I was child, I think a lot of I thought about future a lot because we were in a society where many of our colleagues and other people were future conscious, so that's why we were having that type of thinking as well.
Do you think you have changed as you have got older?
Definitely, as you grow older, you have to change, and in many ways, like your habits change, like your way of living change, like in your early ages and your childhood, you play games and moving here and there outside, and now in the age I'm having now, so I uh, give much of my time to studies and other things. So that's what I have.
What will be different about your life in the future?
The life will be hopefully be much easier than this life, and a stress-free life, as we struggle financially at this age. So I hope that I will have a good life after my studies.
All right. So you said I will be a good life than the life I have, and then you said stress-free life. Still, stress-free life was not making sense. In the initial course, I think it was second. You said I think a lot when I was like a child. So you had me to say I thought a lot because you were talking about past. Another thing you have mentioned like this. So as I mentioned the word which we use again and again, you know this one, so it normally does not lose context, or might be listener find difficulty in understanding your context. So you have need to avoid, like you can say like, and then you can mention many things. But you have some grammatical issues. I don't find ideas lacking issue overall if I look into another factors. But the one which we are more noticing today is flavors in your language. It have. So if try to rewatch your answer so that you can find all those flavors that in ours that you were producing. So we all need to avoid it. And you have little bit coherence issue. Your ideas are not um, coherent. Like you all, when you talk about why I was thinking about my future, you have not relatable explain it, because fluency and coherence entire holds 25% of our marks. So you have need to overcome this. These are from my side. Another thing we um, look at different strategies yesterday. What are flavors and what are the strategies we have need to use it? And one of that was we have need to become mindful speaker. Mindful speaker means you try to know what you are saying, every word. Sometimes we speak give the answer, but unconsciously we don't know what we are saying, what we are answering to anyone. So what we have discussed from all these strategies, one was we have need to become mindful speaker. Why we want to become mindful speaker while speaking? The reason behind this, we have need to use catch and pause strategy. Catch and pause is what, when you become mindful speaker, you know you have spoken filler word sounds produces. So you have need to catch it, and you have need to take a pause at that time. So we have need to focus this strategy today, so that we can avoid our filler words.
And thanks for your constructive feedback. The problem I have is making filler sounds, and I have the problem in IDA generation when I a C topic that is I haven't thought about, so that's caused problem for me. So definitely I will improve it. And secondly, if any one of our classmates have any suggestion for me, so you can, I will be very thankful. Thank you.
All right. I didn't find any ideas. You have a lot of ideas, but you just need to bring in a coherent state, so that because it is one of the marking issue. Otherwise, I found you have a lot of to talk about. So we don't need to think about. We have good idea. If you have no idea and that are relevant to topic, it is okay. Anyone else who would like to give feedback to Sir Haris?
I would like to add feedback. In my opinion, Sir Haris is very good at the start of the answer, but after that, he tries to self-correct himself. Self-correction is a good thing, but he tries to over self-correct himself. That uh, I think he's lacking practice now. With practice, he will improve. He thinks that whatever I have said is wrong. It may be wrong, and he is over conscious in his thinking. So he should be less conscious. He will improve with time. He should not think that I am speaking wrong and I have to correct my every stance. So he should speak with less effort and in a conscious way now. And then with time, he can improve his grammar and vocab.
Yes, sir. Sir is right. You don't need to much focus on your ideas. You have to work on your fluency. Um, Sometimes self corrections are okay, but too much frequent is not okay. When you try to read the band scriptures, how our exam is marked, you will see. Um, as we go to the higher band score side, like Samnet, you will see we have need to have less self correction.
Like sir said, in this age, and then he said, in the age I have. So in this age was also correct, but sir was trying to over self-correct himself that maybe I am wrong, maybe I am saying the wrong thing. So with time he will improve this thing.
So thank you
Yes,
for
sir.
your feedback. Actually, this was the feedback I was looking for. So thank you very much. I will work on that. So thank you.
Yes, try to record yourself. In that way, you will notice many things more than someone else. And even you can listen, because this session is recording. As the session will finish, we will try to upload it, so you can see the recording of this session. Even you can access all these recording in the channel which has been at the moment. It is not live. It is just recording. So we will upload it on FB page. So there are multiple participants. Can participant, those who want to practice entire test today, kindly raise hand. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 here. Who would like to practice entire test today, kindly raise your hand.
Man, today is my first day, so I don't know, like, how can I practice myself?
I do not understand what do you mean by myself. Are you try to asking to practice in this session?
I want, but I don't know from where I should start.
Do you have a idea of entire speaking structure?
Yes, ma'am.
Then it is not a big deal to answer the question. We are already doing practice here. So as you know, if the structure of exam and how this exam is happen in the real world, so you have in a first part initial, then we have need to answer, and then we have need to move to part 2, and then we have need to move to part 3. So you, for part 2 we have a 1 minute time. for preparation, and after that you happen to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. In the beginning you might face issue of not speaking for 2 minutes. It is okay. With the passive time and practice you will be able to speak for 2 minutes. So we are trying to we are here for practicing and we are answering the question. So even if you are new you can just answer the question. If you want I would take your part 1 test. I will just ask the question. You need to just answer. Don't worry about you will be either good or not. We're just here for a practice purpose.
Okay, ma'am. Let's try out.
All right. Before moving, I want to mention one thing. Why I was asking how many students want to practice today, because there were multiple participants. So if participant wants, so that I can create breakout room, because giving entire test might be not possible for all the participants. So that's why I asked. I think only 1 or 2% are ready. So for giving entire test, so we can conduct in the main session then. So let's start your test with part 1. Are you happy to be the age where you are now?
Yes, I am happy with the age in which I am now. I think it's a good age where you have all the resources, where you have the time to work on yourself, and you have time to brighten your future. And I am quite happy with it.
Do you want I have give you feedback at the end of part 1?
Yes, please.
When you were a child, did you think a lot about your future?
When I was child, I didn't thought about my future very much, because at that time I was on that zone, and I was just enjoying my childhood, and I was just going with the flow. I was going with the flow of school and my friends, and we were just having fun with my cousins and friends, and we were just having a good life at that time. And yeah, I don't think I thought much about the future in my childhood.
Do you think you have changed as you have got older?
Yeah, I have changed a lot in my past years, because as we grow up, we go to the school, and then we go to the college, and when we go to the universities, then we see different people around the university, and we meet a lot of people. Everyone is coming from different culture, and your thoughts about the world also change somehow. Also, when uh, you are dependent on your parents, then you have a feeling of like, no, I have grown up, no, so I have to do something for myself. So yeah, I think I have changed a lot, and the main thing that changed myself was my university time, and it was the um, uh, it was the best time where I was feeling that I have changed a lot.
What will be different about your life in the future?
Uh, the difference about my future is totally dependent on me. Like, if I hard work today, then my future will be good. And if I start procrastinating today, and um, I just don't hard work today, then my future will not too much good. So it totally depend on me, whether it be good, whether it be bad. If I try to improve my lifestyle, or maybe I try to work on myself, then it will be definitely a good future.
All right. Thank you, sir, for answering. Is this was this your first attempt? Is this your first attempt of speaking?
Yes, ma'am. It was my first attempt.
If it is first attempt, then it is very good, because normally people face different issue when they start. So you had some failures were due to your ideas. Like in one time, even I think last or second last question, you were stuck. You were producing failures because you don't have ideas. Sometimes we have no filler words in our not just because of ideas. Few ones just because of having not having ideas are okay, but if they are frequently, then we have to avoid it. I didn't notice much filler words, and if you spoke first time, it is very good because normally people don't perform good in their first attempt. So this was our thought, and your pronunciation was not right. You had me to check it, and then for this, and then that was our feedback. And uh, grow, I think grow is a good word which are used we all can get from sir speaking, like when we talk about older, the synonym is grow, so we can use in our language. So that's why I did in this one. And someone mentions stress free life, so these are the phrases which we can grasp from while others are speaking, so that we can use in our own speaking. So the difference, you use the word difference, but that was not suitable in that context. The life will be different. You haven't either changed the structure or something else so that it suits or might be appropriate for that sentence. Otherwise, I don't have any other feedback. If anyone want to give to Sir Farooq Ahmed any feedback, please you are free to give it.
Yeah, thank you so much for the feedback, ma'am. I am also looking forward to the other players' feedback as well.
So you use the word didn't thought instead of didn't think. For with didn't you should have used the first form, and then as it was your first practice, you were showing some repetitions in your sentences. For example, you said that we go to the excuse me.
Okay.
You said that we go to the college, we go to the school, we go to the university. So you should say that we go to the school, then in university. So you should not repeat the word we go to again and again
Okay, okay.
at the beginning of each sentence. And when you are lacking ideas in the end of the sentence, you are adding filler words most of the time at the end. For the first time, it is good because initially you should say more words so that your more mistakes are corrected. But for the real exam, if you have already said 2 to 3 lines, and then if you are getting stuck at the fifth or sixth line, then you should stop your answer, and you should complete your answer there instead of thinking at that point and making pause at that point. So you can complete your answer before that.
Oh, that was a valuable feedback. I will definitely work on it.
Thank you, sir, for giving feedback. Yes, sir. Normally we talk about that. If some people ask how much sentences we can speak, so 2-3 sentences for part one are okay, and your answer was longer, so we try to shorten because we have need to extend our answer in part three.
Also, one more point that most of us are used to say So in IELTS exam, I already texted in the previous class that is not allowed in IELTS speaking test because the examiner is a new person. He doesn't know about you. So you cannot say that I am a good boy, or that this thing is like this. You cannot say because he knows nothing about you.
All right.
Yeah, this is also considered as a filler word. Like we are talking about, I am happy. I am in good. I'm at the young age when I was. So when you are using every certain phrases, so it should be avoided. Okay, and
You can use well or like, or um, let me say that instead of
I didn't understand Sir Hamza question. Either it was suggestion or a question. If it was a question,
Yes,
can you?
it was a suggestion that if he is habitual in saying then he can replace that word with let me say that, or well, like. These words can be used, but cannot be used.
Yes, sir. We have discussed yesterday about filler words and how these strategies we can talk about. You can use such phrases. That's at the start, like you can say, that's a good question. Let me see. Let me think. So these are the words because these denotes language, while sound while the filler words are denoting sounds which are not good to use, because examiner is assessing a language, not sounds. And when you are repeating, one thing is that we don't need to make repetition of anything. Let's say when we normally talk about are you happy, yes I am happy, to be the age you are now. At the moment we are more focusing on filler words at this week, but when we try to answer the same question, we have need to show paraphrasing, that we know the language, we can paraphrase it. So I'm satisfied with my age, or you can say we can like use different words, but we can say I'm satisfied with my age where I am. So you can see we replace the happy with satisfied, know where I am. So we have to paraphrase it. And second thing, we don't need to say the same thing at the beginning and at the end of sentence. This is not for just Safaruk, it is for all of us.
Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Also, for some question where you don't have any idea. For example, the second question, when you were a child, did you think a lot about your future? Then you can say a word that, yes, I thought about my future because of this, and then you can add two sentences if you don't have any further idea that it may not be of any importance to you, but it was important for me, like that.
All right.
Okay, then let's move to part 2. We will have 1 minute timer for preparation, because in if we practice on the exam condition, we have 1 minute time to prepare this question. Examiner will give this part 2 question, and after when the 1 minute timer examiner asks us to start speaking. So as we know, we are adopting this strategy, so we can take one timer, then we can speak for 1 to 2 minutes. So let's set timer for 1 minute, and after that anyone else are free to start the speaking practice for part 2. This 1 minute time help us to basically how we can organize our ideas. I'm just, you can make your notes. I have started 1 minute time. Anybody who would like to answer this question? Who would like to speak on this part 2 cue card? Anyone who would like to speak on this part 2? All right. Then I can speak if no one is willing to answer first this question. There were a lot of devices which we are usually using in our daily routine, but the one which I have started to use first time was computer, and it just happened more than 5 years ago when I started my undergrad degree. I need this device for study purpose. At the moment, at that time, I was not holding any such device, and my all quizzes and assignments are depending on this device. So that's why I ask my mother to give money to buy this device so that I can pursue my further studies. Without having it, it is very difficult to continue my study. More than 90% of my students were holding this device, and they were using when they were in college. But for me, it was my first time, and I have never used it before. Initially, I found very difficulty to understand how things work. Even I don't know about basic things, how to turn on this laptop. So it was very it was it was not giving good feeling whenever I asked to my friends, because they simply just said, why you don't know, it is very easy to do these things. But when they're not willing to help me to so what I have done, I have tried to search on Google and try to learn how things work or how I have need to do these things. So after spending weeks, I was able to understand everything, you can say every function of that device. What happened consequently, I was able to complete my every assignment and presentation. Even I have started to read or every book on this laptop. Previously, when I don't have this device, I was preferring to read on physical books, but I find it convenient to read books on this device. The reason behind this, I don't need to buy a new book, because every book is available freely online, and you can study whatever whenever you have enough time. You just need to download it. So this device was very helpful for me. Just because of this device, my efficiency increased, and I was able to complete all those tasks on time. And even after learning it, I taught these skills to my those friends who were not able to understand it, and they thanked me. I am very thankful to having this device. I was able to complete any task on time, and I'm still using that device, and I hope I will be using that device in the future as well. If anyone would like to give feedback, feel free to give it. Anybody who would like to give feedback? All right. Who would like to speak on this topic now? Anyone who would like to give answer for part 2? All right. If can you take my test for part 3 then?
Of part 2.
No, I have spoken for part 2. You have me to take for part 3 now.
Okay, no problem. You mean to take your part 3 test?
Yes, because I have already answered part 2 now.
Okay. Actually, I want to answer part 2 question, so that's why. So yes, I can take your as well.
Sure, sir, you are welcome, because I have asked anyone else to give this answer and nobody responded me, so that's why I was moving to part 3. If you
Yes,
want to give this answer, you can give, and then we can move to part 3.
okay. So let me give a minute to prepare for that.
Sure, sir. So, 1 minute timer is up. Would you like to speak now?
Yes, I'm ready to speak. A few years back, when I was in my metric class, I bought a phone for a smartphone for me. That was the first technological device I used. Previous then I used some device, but that was not that much advanced. Like this phone I used. I bought Samsung Galaxy Note 4 phone, and that was my first smartphone. And this experience was pretty good. I use it for calls and um, some for watching tutorials and studying. So that I use for that, and play sometime playing games. So that was a really good experience. As for I know, so that's what from my side.
Alright. And I think you have spoke 1 minute and 15 seconds. You can extend this time more if you will keep your this practicing efforts. You have an filler words, a lot of which I have noticed, and we have need to work on it, and we have need to use once we have need to record ourselves, and then we have need to listen what filler words are using. But recording can just give us how much we are speaking, but in order to avoid it, we have need to use the strategy which we have discussed, catch and pause. We have need to become mindful speaker and then try to identify whenever you spoke filler words, we have need to take a pause. Alright, in that way you can overcome it.
Okay, thank you.
And second thing, you were saying something like use for it. That was you started your sentence like this. Use for it. Use for something like that. This is not a complete start of the sentence. Try to make some subject. I use for it. You can say like that. All right.
Okay, thank you. I will try my best. Next time I'm having problem with filler words, so I will definitely improve this.
Yes, because we are focusing on this for this week. Anyone else who would like to give part 2 answer, or should we move to part 3? All right. Then, sir, you can take test for part 3 for me. You can be my
Okay,
example.
okay. So let's start. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So the first question is, what is the best age for children to start computer lessons?
We can't guess any specific age. As we move to next year, we have seen technology use has been increased. So previously, children were using such devices when they have at least completed education of 5 years. But now they are using when they start their early schooling. So if we say it is possible to study without using this device, the answer might be no. So that's if I take if I analyze, I will say every children should be aware of basic functions of technology devices when they start their education.
Okay, the next question is, do you think that schools should use more technology to help children learn?
Um, I will say no. The reason behind this, when they increase their use, they will definitely sit for longer hours in front of the screen, which will cause health issues such as back or wrist pain. Sometimes people have eyesight issues such as losing of it. So, in my opinion, it should be reduced so that we can avoid these issues.
Okay, the third question is, do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day?
They shouldn't replace it completely in the near future, but they are still helping teachers to make their tasks faster. For example, teachers are using it for the exam marking. In that way, they don't need to spend days to check the result of 50 students. It will just take 50 minutes to check the student paper. Sometimes student handwritings are not understandable by teacher, and we have noticed in the current time robots are good to understand these styles of writing, so it can save a lot of teacher time. So I will say they will help teachers to make their process faster, but they are not going to replace it, and we can't say teacher value will be disappeared.
Okay, the next question is how much has technology improved how we communicate with each other?
Technology bring a lot of innovations, the way in which we're talking with each other. Previously, the way of communication was letter. We have need to write on a paper, and postman will send it. Postman was sending it, but now we don't need to put such of efforts. We just need to click one button, or you can say we have to just touch our mobile, and we can make the calls. Previously, sending letters to a person who is living in another country takes months, but now it is possible. We can say you can communicate with any person who is sitting anywhere in the world. You just need to have a good internet connection for this.
Okay, the next question is do you agree that there are still more major technological invention to be made?
There are a lot of areas in which solution of some problems are not existing. So if technology use can provide those solution, we have need to work on it. If I take an example of medical field, um, the area with if we talk about the cancer disease, who is not whose cure is not invented yet, when a person is at the end of when the person cancer is in the last stage. In my opinion, doctors need to learn about those research and uh, machine learning algorithms that can help to come with a solution for those problems.
Okay, the last question is could you suggest some reason why some people are deciding to reduce their use of technology?
As I mentioned before, technology is leading to some health issues. In one of just because of sedentary lifestyle, people are not performing any physical activities. Consequently, they have need to face obesity issues. They are gaining a lot of weight. So, if we analyze based on these factors, we will definitely reduce our technological use, or we have need to take breaks while sitting in front of the laptop or computer.
Okay, so that was your end of the test. So my feedback is that overall it was very good. You have spoken for a good length every answer. And the second thing I noticed is some grammatical errors. So that was I have from my side, and any other classmate who have feedback for ma'am, so kindly share that. Thank you.
So what about fillers? Have you noticed those one and how much these were?
Yes, it was very little I have as far I know.
All right, thank you, sir, for taking the test and giving me the feedback. Anyone else who would like to give feedback? All right. So can I move to your part three test?
I think we are having less time. We should take only 2 to 3 questions, and so if you want.
Yes, I can. Something is better than nothing. Let's talk about technology and education. What is the best age for children to start computer lessons?
As per of my thinking, the best age for children to start learning computer is the age at which they are brought to school. So means whenever they start their schooling, so from that age, the computer should be taught to them. So because the computer is very much important in this era, and we can use computer in every step of our life.
Your answer for part one was very good compared to the previous performances. Even you paraphrase the first sentence, only you just have enough fillers after a lot of busy which you have need to reduce. Otherwise, identifying grammatical mistake as well as your ideas and coherence was okay. For this question, do you think the schools should use more technology to help children learn?
Yes, schools should use more technological devices or technologies to help students to learn in a fast way and more effective way. Like teachers can use tools like ChatGPT and other language models to help the children to learn, and other learning software like in Kata Encyclopedia to children, so that's what they will learn in a good way.
Do you agree or disagree that computers will replace teachers one day?
I don't agree with this because teacher have a specific place that cannot be replaced, as the teacher should adopt with the current technological trends in order to survive in this industry. But there are very less chances that the teachers should be replaced. So that's what I have from my side.
There is less chance. All right, your third question was also good. I identified little bit issue in second question, but I did not exactly remember. But your ideas and sentence structures are good. But you have need to work on film words. Try to listen the recording of this session at the when we will upload it, because it can affect. Because sometimes we don't see we are speaking too much, but when we record ourselves, we notice more. How much has let's talk about technology and society. How much has technology improved how we communicate with each other?
Technology has improved greatly in previous two decades, as we have more communication devices like mobile phone and other software in our smartphones like WhatsApp and Zoom. So we communicate in a better way than the previous era.
Do you agree that there are still many more major technological innovations to be made?
Yes, there is a great gap in technology that can be filled, like the technological advances in healthcare, like and other places like in space exploration. Firstly, in healthcare, there is a much need of artificial organs like heart and something like brain or that. So that's why I.
Could you suggest some reason why some people are deciding to reduce their use of technology?
As, on the negative side, technology have many disadvantages, like the exposure to screen for a long time can have effects on your bad effects on your mind and eyes. And so sometimes when you sit for a long time, you can have problems like obesity and other that. So yes, that's what I have.
All right. In the last question, you can say if I talk about negative to the negative aspect, you can also say if I talk about negative aspects of it. We can start with this sentence. Sometimes your answer is very good. Sometimes I don't know what happened. Might be due to when you don't have an ideas. Might be that is the reasons. Another thing what I want to mention, I call you are when we use one word many times we call it our use. We also need to wide it our use of any word, and you are using like keyword many times. Try to avoid it.
Oh, okay, man, that's really good. So I will definitely work on that.
All right. Thank you for taking my test as well. We have need to end this session because
Okay, man.
it is the time of the next session.
Okay, inshallah we will join tomorrow.
Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.